Hello friends, Adam here with FED. So we've gotten tons of Engage news, and I know that I just made a video about them showing too much, but I thought this was a little too cool to not show off. First off, we're going to talk about the Emblem Roy in Fire Emblem Engage. And first thing, he looks way too old, by the way. Roy is supposed to be like 15, right? Or 16. Is it 15 or 16? Someone tell me in the comments the exact age he's supposed to be. I don't want to look it up right now. But he's supposed to be about 15. And here he looks like he's in his like mid-20s. He looks like a baby-faced 20-year-old who can't, or like 25-year-old who can't grow facial hair. That's what he looks like to me, right? Which is like, okay, but why did they feel the need? They should have gone really leaned into it and just made him look like a teenager. But they decided not to. They decided to make him look like an old man. That's fine. That's fine. That's not what I want to talk about today, though. Today I want to talk about how he works as an emblem and how he buffs your character. I think Roy has potential to be pretty freaking sick. A lot of the characters, a lot of the emblems so far are like they make it so you just deal extra damage all over the place. You know, you have Lynn who can like essentially be a ballista and deal a bunch of damage. You have Sigurd who has like AoE attack, right? And Marth deals a bunch of extra damage and stuff. But I think Roy does deal extra damage, of course. It's like buffs your stats, but it does it in an interesting way and also has a very interesting skill that I'm excited to utilize in the game, assuming the game is going to be difficult enough for it to be like warranted, if that makes sense. So let's take a look at some of these things. This is the first one that I want to talk about. We have this guy. This is Amber, I believe. Is Amber a male or a female, or just even, I don't know if it's even been specified. I don't know, so I don't want to say like he or whatever if I'm wrong. Regardless, Roy gives Miracle, but it would appear to be guaranteed Miracle as long as you're above 30% HP before you take that hit that would kill you. So Miracle, just so you guys know, Miracle in previous games has been, and if you played 3 houses, you're familiar with it. Miracle keeps you alive at 1 HP, even if normally if the attack would have killed you. But normally it's like a luck % chance of happening, or a luck times 2% chance of happening, or something like that. Here it is looks to be guaranteed, which turns Miracle into a really kind of like a waste of a skill slot into something really useful and something that you could really make use of, especially fighting like bosses and stuff. Like that could be a really cool way to chip away at stuff. I'm excited to make use of Roy's Miracle, and I think that's a really cool aspect of him. So like I said, a lot of the other emblems are just like, here, deal a bunch of damage. But I think Roy has a really cool niche here in being like I don't want to say it makes him like a tanky emblem, but it definitely adds a different variation of utility than we've seen so far. All right, moving on. Yeah, you do your attacks. Whatever. This is what I want to talk about right here. So this is really cool. So this is Lapis or Lapis. I think it's Lapis. I don't know. I think that's a stone, right? All the Brodians are named after stones. Probably Lapis. I might have pronounced that wrong. But she engages with Roy and gets a huge stat up. They actually show a cool example here, side by side. And the way that, according to Serenus Forest, the guy who's been, the people who've been translating a lot of these, they say that this skill, when engaged, isn't just like stat buffs. It essentially is all like level ups for your character, so it boosts their level. I don't know by how much or how that exactly works, but if I had to guess, it almost looks like it's like a 4-level difference, assuming you can only get 1 HP per level up, right? If that's how it works. So we have Lapis, who's at 48 HP and then at 52. But then you see other stats jump up. You know, you have your attack goes up to 52, and then everything else has varying buffs. And Lapis being like a sword fighter kind of character, it would make sense that her strength growth wouldn't be high enough to warrant giving like 4 points of strength and 4 level ups. So I wonder if the stat boost you get is based on your own growths. More than likely, though, it's probably based on your unit typing. You know, they have the covert or the backup type, stuff like that kind of stuff. So maybe like covert gets a bunch of extra speed or something, or backup gets a bunch of extra offense or something. So yet to be seen on that, but I really enjoy this aspect instead of just being a like here's some random stat boost. It's like a really cool like you get level ups. And I wonder if there's other ways that's going to work. I wonder if there's some skills that are going to be based off of your level that can be affected by this as well. So you see that in older games in the series, like FE4 started there, where Great Shield or Big Shield, or I guess they probably translated to Pavice now, is activated based on the unit's level, like a level percentage. Level as a percentage is the activation rate. So I wonder if there's gonna be some of that, so having a higher level would actually matter. Because other than that, it would just be getting stats. But I don't know. I think this is a cool way to go about it. It's like just giving someone like a promotion rather than just like stat boost. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think it's really fun that they give this to Roy of all people. Roy is notorious for promoting incredibly late in his game, right? He has a story promotion that doesn't happen until the last, like, super late. It basically makes him worthless up until then. But once he gets it, he becomes kind of a god, right? He becomes insanely good. And it's funny, he can basically give people early promotions, which is like antithetical to how he works as a unit. So I really like those two things. I think that is those are some really fun emblem mechanics, and they're unique. Like, Miracle isn't like crazy new, but I think it's a fun change compared to what we've seen already. And I like that it's guaranteed. And then, of course, we have our, the emblem engaged combat art, which, it's cool. It's another AoE. It's a mad melee, mad melee from Three Houses, where it's the three squares in front of you, which is cool. But also, it just like lights the ground on fire. I really like this the way they're doing the terrain, like terrain affecting things in this game. Between Corrin has some of it, and now we see it here with Roy. I'm excited to see more of that going forward. I'm excited to see the map changing here. I'm excited. Man, this game's gonna be good. I've said excited like 5 times, but it's because I'm just really pumped for this game. But yeah, so I think Roy has potential to be one of the better rings in the game. We'll have to see what other skills he gives. We'll have to see what other stat buffs he gives. Just kind of like as a base ring equipped. Maybe he doesn't give very many. It's only when he's engaged that they get really buffed. But I'm excited to see what we get from him going forward. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not, you should totally do that. Just click the little red button and comment your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Roy is going to be busted, or do you think I'm overreacting? I think he's going to be pretty sick. I think he's going to be pretty good. But tell me in the comments, which ring do you think? Also, which ring do you think is going to be the best? Just from the limited information we have so far, which one's going to stand out the most? Obviously, we don't know enough. We don't know stuff about like Ike or Erica or whatever yet, but we know a good bit of information about a lot of the rings. Which one do you think is going to be the best at this point? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time, friends.